So, what did you miss at Jubilee today? Well, you missed a long service, and yet it didn't seem long enough. We took some time to recognize World Pride here in Toronto. We thought about our brothers and sisters in the LGBTQ community, but more than that, thought about all of us, the whole community, as together we take pride in who we are and who we are in relation to each other. And as our pride and respect grows, the world gets better. God's love is revealed. We spent a little time today. We also spent a little time today recognizing our First Nations brothers and sisters. And we heard a story about how human beings learned how to walk and how the butterfly eventually lured them up. How all of nature, all of creation combined to help humankind be humankind. And again, we're reminded by our First Nations brothers and sisters that we are all together one in creation. None of us walks without help. None of us walks alone. And throughout our service today, we also celebrated the ministry that Leanne Ahlstrom has shared with us for the last 9 years. We celebrate that ministry as we said farewell. I got to blame her for the service running late, and it's probably the last time I get to blame her for anything officially. I'll still find ways. We celebrated a remarkable ministry, and we shared gifts with her even as we acknowledged the gifts that she shared with us. Her compassion and her insight, her daring, her smile, her love. We heard the story of Abraham and Sarah as they began their journey. And Leanne shared with us what it was like for her to begin her journey. When God says stay, you stay. When God says go, you go. Not only did she speak eloquently, but she did the whole sermon in rhyme. And then we heard the story of Elijah and Elisha, the young prophet and the older prophet. Not wanting the experienced prophet to leave, the younger one stays, refuses to be alone, to stand on his own feet. Finally saying, if you're going to go, well, the older says, what is it that you want of me? He said, if you're going to go, a double inheritance of all that you have. And we recognize that when people leave us, sometimes we want to live in denial like they're not going to go. Sometimes that happens when somebody is dying, but sometimes it happens like today when somebody is leaving on a new journey. And so we want to pretend it's never going to happen. And even though you've had months warning, it comes as a surprise. But what the experienced prophet said to the younger prophet is, if you can see me, if you can watch me leave, if you can see me ascend, recognize that I'm going. And so the congregation shared some of the things they've inherited from Leanne. And we heard words and stories of of many of the things Leanne has shared with us over the last 9 years. And then embracing that, recognizing her as she leaves, like the prophet left. We also recognize that God is not contained in any single person. God's love flows through us. And it's not stopped when we go on a new journey. That love continues to flow. As it flowed from one prophet to the other, as God's ministry and mission grew, so too does that love flow through Leanne, through us. And it doesn't stop flowing because Leanne is gone. We embrace all that she has offered us. We look forward to what we will do in her absence, what we will do with the seeds she's planted. And we recognize that God's love continues to flow through us. That's the kind of message we shared today. And then we had a fabulous 12-minute video of many people in the congregation, particularly the youth, say goodbye to Leanne. There were a lot of tears. There were some songs. The choir was wonderful. And I think that we really, truly recognize God's love flowing through Leanne, but flowing through the whole community. And I think we're ready to keep it flowing. So that's what you missed today at Jubilee. I hope we don't miss you next week. But whenever we get to see you, I know it'll be great. God bless you.